Hello and welcome to an honest walkthrough and review of the Orchestra Colours by Sonuscore. This will set you back €149, but there is a 20% off introductory price. And what's interesting is it works within Steinberg's Halion Sonic 7, which is Steinberg's free player. Now, a quick disclaimer, this was sent to me to review, but no money has exchanged hands. The opinions are my own. I've not been paid to say anything, and please bear in mind this is a pre-release copy of the paperwork and the library, so there might be some slight differences or some things may be missing or a slight glitch here or there, so please bear in mind that this is pre-release as well. Anyway, what are you getting with the Orchestra Colours? Well, you're getting the full orchestra. You're getting violins 1, 2, violas, cellos, basses. Your articulations there are Marcatos, Staccato, sustains, tremolos and pits. You're getting brass, so your French horn, your trumpets, your trombones, your low brass, and your articulations are Marcato, Staccato, sustains. Woodwinds, you've got flute, clarinet, oboe, bassoon, contrabassoon, again Marcato, staccato, and sustains. Percussion, this is where it gets a little bit weird, in all honesty. You've got a glockenspiel, you've got some big percussion, which is your bass drums, toku ensemble, drum ensemble, and snare drum. Timpani hits and rolls, which is really nice to see. Tubular bells, but you've got no cymbals. Which I really felt missing. I put a quick piece together, which I will show you in a minute, and it really could have done with some cymbals. But you are getting a choir as well. Women, men, articulations and sustains, R's and O's, staccatos, different syllables, which is really nice. Then you've got an elven choir, and then that's just your articulation, it's your sustain, keys and harp. You're getting a grand piano and an orchestral harp. So you're getting lots of instruments, and what I absolutely love, and I'll quickly show you in the user interface, is just how easy it is to work your way around this plugin and to get what you want. Right up the top here, you've got all your different sections. So you've got your strings, your brass, woodwind. You can pick whatever you want. You've got different voicings. You've got your different sort of setups as well. You also have mixes. So they've given you some really nice mixes. So you can quite literally throw together whatever you want. If you want horns, violins, and I think that's violas, it's got this really nice mix. You can select octave shift. You can actually select the note selection as well on the MIDI. So it's really quick and easy to make your own ensemble patches. But at the same time, if you really want, you can just go in string, solo. I just want the viola sustain. And you've got a solo, well, you've got the viola section right there. And if you really want, you can build your own. You can go over here. I want a trumpet staccato with my violin sustain. I want a harp. I want a viola staccato. I can put my trumpet down an octave. I can say, actually, I just want the lower section to play this. I just love how easy it is to either have an ensemble patch or have a solo instrument. I don't think I've ever come across an interface so quick and easy in terms of this. Mixes, you're not getting multiple mic positions, which, come on, bear in mind the price, but you are able to control the levels of each section. So your trumpet might be a bit too loud for you. You can bring that down. There is a nice reverb, and there's different spaces for that as well, although for some reason it's not actually coming up on the screen, which is odd, but trust me, but at least you can see that bit there. I don't know why my screen recording's doing that. Anyway, let's jump into the little demo I quickly threw together just so you can get a sense of the sound before we dive even deeper into this library and listen to all the sounds available. Now that could really do with a cymbal crash at the end, but again, you're not getting metal, you're not getting cymbals, which is odd. But I love the dynamic range you're getting on this. I love how quickly and easy you can throw everything together. This has had no processing done whatsoever. I did this very quickly in a couple of hours, if that, just to try and see how it felt and work together, and it works really well. You can get a really beautiful sound quickly. I just love how beginner friendly this is, and for the price tag, getting a full orchestra with flexibility to have ensemble patches, to have individual, I just can't emphasize that enough. Beautiful timpani roll as well, and just the expression. If I quickly show you that, I love utter silence. So that just thundering sound, I love the expression that is in this library. Anyway, that's that quick piece. You can see I am using expression an absolute ton. This was all recorded in by hand, really, to get the feel. And there's your timpani roll there. I only maxed it out right at the end there, which had a really cool effect. But if we now move back into all these beautiful sounds and just have an absolute montage of what you're getting. Again, love the dynamic fade and how they've tuned that. Moving on, we have Pizzicato's full. Absolutely beautiful space. Love how plucky it is. Again, if you really want, we can turn that reverb completely off, and this is the sound you have. So you can get a drier sound if you want to add your own reverb. And again, if you're not happy with the mix, you can rearrange how everything sounds in there. You have compression as well if you really want. Again, just the simplicity and user friendliness of this is awesome. That's your Pizzicato. You have different voicings as well. You can see how they've changed it in the note selection. Which is really cool. We're not going to go through all of those, but you get the idea of what's going on here. Staccatos. Beautiful sound, beautiful space. Again, that was with the reverb on. Right, moving on. Last but not least, we have our Marcato full as well. And that one is velocity sensitive. The sustains are obviously controlled by your mod wheel. So that is your strings. Moving down, we will go into our brass, starting from the top. And not too much. You do get a really nice top end brass, but at the same time, you get that softness, which I really like for a library like this, which is more, I feel, aimed towards beginners. Although I feel you could do some really quick mock-ups with these before you go into the full-blown everything individual BBC Symphony Orchestra Pro sort of stuff. Right, that is your brass woodwind. I really like the flute solo as well. When I was working on this piece initially, I had it just on my flute sustain, which it's not a legato, but they do add a nice amount of vibrato. Moving on to our percussion, you can see you've got your singles there, your harp, grand piano, glockenspiel, timp, etc., etc. You do have some really nice combinations, which do create an interesting sound. Kind of Christmassy, in all honesty, but I do want to go through these individually as well, starting with the beautiful harp. Absolutely gorgeous instrument, gorgeous space, nice volume, nice range. I really, really just love the harp in this. And the grand piano, I find it can be a little bit too quiet or too loud. It needs to find kind of a happy medium ground. But you can see when I play kind of how I would normally play, that's not very loud. You really have to kind of push it. You can obviously up it in the background, but it is on 0 decibels. If you turn the reverb off on this, the piano I am a little iffy with, but then within the context of a full orchestral piece, probably would work rather well. Right, moving on from that, we do have our beautiful glockenspiel. It sounds lovely in the space and really does add a charm when you mix it in with the orchestra. Timpani hits. What else are you expecting? We've already looked at the timpani rolls, but just to show you. Plenty of volume, great sound. It's a timpani roll. That's exactly what you need. Tuba bells, which kind of feels random. I would take cymbals over that personally, but hey. And last but not least, you have a massive keyboard full of all the big percussion sounds that you could ever dream of, really, in there that aren't metal. Right, that I believe, is all the percussion. Moving on to the choir. Now you have your singles, obviously, but then we do have the sustained full as well. Really nice sound, especially with the price, the amount of content you're getting. I'm not expecting the choir to be top notch, but it's very, very usable. Right. Of course, you've just got the women and the men individually as well, and some different voicings. Where is that elven choir? I want to hear that. That's awesome. I think that's my favorite part of the library. It has such an ethereal sound to it, and it's very usable. Almost too good, in all honesty, that one. Where are our staccato? So we have a sustained full. Where is the staccato full? Seems to be missing, odd. Go into choir here. I'm sure we can get it, yeah. There you have it. That's your sustains. And then you have a bunch of mixed and cool and unique sounds. There's some really cool ones in there. For if you need inspiration or want to add some texture or something different or something quick or easy, you've plenty of sounds in there. You've got, what are we looking at? Flute and violin sustains. You've got horn violins and violas. You've got oboe, clarinet and violas by the looks of it. Flute, harp, violins and shorts. That's an interesting one. For quick and easy sounds. I love how much thought has gone into this library, and for the price tag and for what you're getting, especially with the intro 20% off, and I'm not getting paid to say any of this. This is all my own opinion. I'm quite sold as a beginner. Now, if you already own something like BBC Symphony Orchestra Core, or you already have like a full orchestra, it's not really for you. It's more for somebody starting out, somebody beginning, somebody dabbing their toes into this world, or some quick mock-ups. Then again, the quality of the sound is excellent and everything works really well together. Yes, it's missing one or two things, and obviously it's always nice to have more articulations, but the level of control and the ease of use is really nice, and it's only 6.8 gigabytes. There's a lot to love about this library, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Overall, I'm extremely impressed. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.